Hey, William Gilmore here for the ScreenwritersJourney.com, and it is day 28 of the journey. And today I spent the bulk of my time editing a ScriptTalk interview with screenwriter and story artist Brooks Campbell. Now, as a story artist, you may be familiar with some of Brooks' work. He's worked on some pretty big films like The Lion King, Pocahontas, and The Hunchback of Notre Dame, among others, for Disney. As a screenwriter, he has produced and directed 3 of his own scripts, and he's also provided the financing for them. So if you're a screenwriter who's looking to maintain a little artistic freedom away from the rules of Hollywood, you might be able to pick up some good pointers from Brooks by watching this interview. You can find that interview on ScriptTalk on the menu bar located right above this video. Now, when I do one of these videos, it actually takes a little more time than I intended when I decided to start the ScriptTalk feature of the website. So I do hope you take some time to watch these, as I do put some time into them. They take about an hour to shoot with setup and set down. I use a Canon T3i DSLR to shoot the interview, and that only allows me to record for about 12 minutes at a time. So we do 3 segments, about 12 each, so I get about 36 minutes of footage. Then when I come home, I have to load that into the computer, transfer it, and then transcode it into a format that Final Cut or Premiere, depending on which one I want to use, can read. So that takes about another 2 hours or so. I usually do that on one day. And then when I actually get down to the editing, because I only have one camera, I shoot the interview in one direction, and then I'll turn the camera around and pick up my questions, and then have to go through and splice all those together. So it's a lot of having to go through and go, okay, here's this section, where's the question? You go find the question and move that into place. And then once you get it all laid out, you kind of go, well, the story doesn't work quite right, so let's move this here, move that here. We can cut this out completely because it really was unnecessary. And I try to get them down to about 15 minutes. Is what I'm shooting for. And then it usually requires some kind of B-roll occasionally, because sometimes you got to cover a cut. And this one was really nice because I was able to show some clips from all of Brooks's movies. So all in all, one of these interviews to edit together takes about 8 hours from start to finish, depending on the complexity of the interview. And then I have to export that and then compress it for the web, and then do an upload to YouTube, and then put the YouTube video on the website. So that takes another 2 to 3 hours maybe by the time you finish all the compression and the uploading and everything. So a fair amount of time goes into one of these interviews. So if you get a chance, these guys are taking their time to sit down and share a little bit about their experiences. So you really should take a moment and watch these and maybe pick up a few pointers. Anyway, that's what I have for today, because it was a long day. Anyway, I will be back here on the blog again tomorrow. We've got another Tuesdays at 9 coming up this Tuesday, which I believe is day 30. I'm not reading this week, but I'll definitely give an update from there. But until then, I'll see you back here on the blog, and keep writing.